live from the Let's Get Fit with Joe studio today. I hope that I have a few people that have saw the announcement on Facebook and are jumping on with me today. I love the fact that if something comes up, now I can do class from here. So we are usually on the floor for this live, and I'm just gonna sit down here because I feel like I'm right on top of you guys. And I'm gonna wait to see if a few people jump on here before we get going, because it's not quite, I guess it is closer to 10 than I thought. But just a couple things that I wanted to go over before we get going at the class. Good morning, Anne. We are going into gray, which is like the lockdown zone, 100% in London. But I want everybody that's watching and following along to know that I pretty much keep myself out of the busyness of this area. I'm in Dresden a good percentage of the time, and am diligent about staying on top of making sure that I'm free and clear from anything that's going on. And if I have symptoms, I went last week to get tested. Things like that are happening, but I just want everybody to be aware that we are in the gray in London, but Dresden is still doing great, which is absolutely amazing. So I'm super excited that we get to continue coming into class. With regards to next week and classes and Christmas and all that's going to be happening, the more I've thought about it, the more it is that I want to keep the gym kind of running as it's going right now. But I'm thinking more about pulling back on the classes just a bit until we kind of get everything sorted out with regards to numbers and exposure and all those things. So I just want to make sure that I'm limiting the amount of opportunity that we're going to give this virus to get to Dresden, and I don't want to make it any worse than it already is, but we are doing so good in town. I want to keep it that way. So if we can just kind of manage by doing some classes live and some classes in the gym, then that will bring the numbers down a bit as to how many people are there. So I just wanted to touch base and let everybody know that I'm aware, and I don't want anyone to be afraid that I'm coming from London every day and this is a bad area to be in, because I really am not in the midst of the hustle and bustle any more than you are. I like to do all my shopping local because I don't want to expose myself any more than I need to the outside busyness. So be comforted in knowing that is what I'm doing in this area here. Also, another thing I wanted to say is there's a few things that I'm going to be pushing coming up to Christmas. So if you have anyone that you have in mind that might be interested in personal training or a gift certificate to get a membership at the gym, please come to me and let me know. It's the best gift to give because it keeps giving throughout the entire year. For $25 a month, you get to bless somebody and give them an opportunity to come in and train in the gym. And what a better way to spend the money, $300, than to give them something that they're going to set to the side and not really get much use out of. And it's for any age, like from 16 to 60. I don't care how old or young you are. Right now, we're just kind of at that place where we all need this to kind of keep ourselves motivated to keep going. And until we get shut down, I want to just really encourage everybody to get into the gym with their family and get their workouts in. Of course, I have a dog barking while I'm trying to do this live, but try to ignore that. So we're going to be doing a tighten and tone class today. So you need to have free weights. Your 5s are sufficient. I have my 8s close by and a couple kettlebells. If you don't have a band, because I like to use our band, then I want you to grab a towel and just a small like hand towel size, because if you hold it kind of tight, it does similar movement or similar, and I'm actually going to use a towel today so that everybody can see that we can use it to do our exercises with for our tighten and tone. So I want to just kind of get us warmed up. If you can't see or hear me in the position that I'm at, just somebody let me know, because I'm still tweaking how I'm going to shoot, where I'm going to sit, the lighting, all that stuff. We're still kind of working that out. So I want to kind of make sure that that's okay. But remember, you can always go back to these videos, right? If you didn't get a chance to do it with me right now, it's going to be back going through your feed, and you can also access it on YouTube. And I have to put the boot camp that I did last on the YouTube channel too, so that people can my goodness, deal with that. So I'm hoping one of the girls will stop that from happening. But in the meantime, I want you to get your chair out. I'm working on a stool today. But any chair where your feet are going to be able to sit on the floor flat and where you can sit nice and tall and put your knees together, that's what we're looking for today. So not a lot of equipment, 2 free weights, 5, 8, or 10 pounds, and a resistance band or a hand towel and a chair. And then we're going to go from there, okay? So let's just start sitting nice and tall. We're just going to stretch out a little bit to get some blood pushed to our shoulders and upper body. And while we're seated, and then we'll stand up and do a little bit of lower body work in a bit. These classes are really good. They're not super heavy on the cardio end, but they're good for just kind of stretching and getting some blood to those muscles so that you can tighten and tone up those parts where you feel like you're a little bit soft. And coming into Christmas, we want to really start to remember and focus on the fact that it's your food that gives you that extra little bit of fat that you might want to lose. So be aware of what you're eating through the season. Enjoy yourself and eat some treats, but don't go overboard, right? Make sure that you use a smaller plate so that you're not overloading. Make sure that you have a treat, but not more than 1 or 2, and just kind of a limit. There's nothing wrong with treating yourself. This is a wonderful time of year, and you want to be able to enjoy your time, even with the small gatherings that we're having. So don't totally eliminate, but just modify. That's the best way to kind of get through. Shake that out, and then I just want you to shrug. So breathe in and pull up and relax. Let's do that again. Shake and then breathe in and pull up and relax. Good work. And then we're just going to rotate our shoulders forward 3 times. You want to scoop the air and pull for 3, 2, and 1, and then let's do the same motion, but we're going to go the other way. So open up your chest, bring your shoulders together at the back for 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Okay, we're going to just extend our arms with our palms facing each other up over our head. You're going to lose my arms because my stool's a little higher, and then turn your palms away. Push the air down. Turn your palms out and squeeze the air in between your hands. Good work. Turn it away. Push. Turn and squeeze. And when you get to the top, roll that out, but keep your arms up nice and high, facing each other. Reach through the sky, and then just bring them forward like you're handing somebody a ball. Reaching forward, and then we're just going to bend and reach for 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Shake that out. All right. So I want you to reach down and grab your weights. And like I said, don't go super heavy, because when you're seated, you don't get to use your lower body to help you to push that weight up above your head. You got to use all your upper body strength and your core. So we're going to make sure that we don't go super heavy. But I want to kind of get a bit of a better workout than with just my 5. So I'm going to grab my 8s and sit at the front part of your chair, nice and tall. Make sure that your core is nice and tight and your spine is straight and lined up. And it's like a string pulling through the top of your head to sit you up nice and tall. And with your arms extended to the side, we're just going to hammer with both arms at the same time. So bring your arms above your shoulders, below your ears, in that little pocket in there, and your palms continue to face each other. So that's 3, down, 4. Remember, go slow on the negative. 6. 8. Pull. And that's 10. Good work. Okay, now we're going to go through that exact same motion, but we're going to add another movement. So once we get to the shoulders, palms still face each other, press up, pull, and then extend. So those 4 movements instead of the 2. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and down. Pull and push. 2 for 2. And remember, if you want to do these and make them a little bit more difficult, bring more cardio into it, that's 4. Keep going. Just stand up and use heavier weights. 5, 6, 7. Press and pull. 2 to go. Pull and push. 2, 3, for 9, and 1,
Goodbye.
2, 3, and that's 10. That was my stereo saying goodbye. I'm not going anywhere, but when I don't have my music playing, it shuts off and says goodbye to me. Isn't that funny? Anyway, let's bring those up to your shoulders, and now we're gonna press. So start at 90 and try not to sink down past 90. We'll start here and push up, straight up. 1, and stop there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's your 10. Good work. Okay. Now we're going to combine what essentially was our first movement, so the twist from the hammer, but the difference is you're going to push your palms to the back. Starts here, twist so that your palms face the back, press like we just did, twist so that your palms turn back to face your face, and then extend. So 4 movements. I'm just going to set my weights down so that you can see what my hands are doing, because sometimes it's tricky to see the movement. So when I start, my weights, they come from the bottom, they twist, my palms face, so the weights face that way. They turn the other way to go up, coming down, twist back, and then extend with them to the side, okay? So I'll grab my weights, and let's do 10 of those. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and down. Pull and push, 2, 3, for 2, up, 2, 3, and 3, 1, 2, 3, for 4. Good work. Pull and push. 2, 3, 5. 1, 6, 7, 4, 8. 2 to go. Pull and push. 2, 3, 4, 9, and 1, 2, 3, and rest on 10. Good job. Okay, take a bit of a breather. We're going to do another one with both weights in our hands. In a second here, I'll switch off so that we have just one single weight to give ourselves a little bit of a rest in between, but we're not going to stop completely with the weights in our hands until we stand up. I think we'll keep our weights going here. So this next one, you're going to bring up arms. I call this the barn door. I don't know why, but I'm going to sit to the side so that you can see that my palms face my face. They turn away. Bring your shoulder blades together at the back, and then they come back together. We'll do it this way. Open and close. It's like open, close. Okay? All right, let's get 10 of those in. And remember, sitting nice and tall, feet and knees together. You want your spine to be all lined up. And when you open, bring those shoulder blades together like nice big wings, opening up and flap and close. Okay? Here we go. Elbows are up, about at the height of your chin, and open, and 1, for 2, elbows up, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's 10. Take a rest. Good work. Okay, that was good. Those ones are tricky if you go heavy and you really open up that chest. You can feel that your elbows start to sink, 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 sink. So we always want to keep those elbows up nice and high. All right, we're going to drop our weights down to our side just to release some of that tension in your neck and shoulders. So let your weights just kind of fall towards the floor, but hold on tight and pull up and back. So back and together and release. And up and back. And release. And this last time we'll hold for 5, okay? Up and back. 5, 3, 2. Good job. And release. All right. I want to do another one with both weights in our hands. This is one that we just kind of started to add into our upper body work for shoulders and back. And this one's a good one. It hits kind of lats and shoulders as well. So you start with the weights. They're going to be on a bit of an angle. You press up and away, and then you draw your shoulders back. So it's like a row almost, but on an angle towards the sky as opposed to straight away. So you're in this position here. You push up and pull back. drive them up, and then pull back, okay? That's what we want to see. So let's go for 10. Bring them up. So the top part of that weight is about at your shoulders, and then you're pushing up on an angle. Sitting nice and tall. Here we go for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to turn to the side because it appears as though I'm going straight up when I look straight on, but I don't want you guys to go straight up. I want you to go on an angle. So 5 more this way. Here we go. 6, 7. That's better. 8, 9. And there's our 10. Good work. That one's tough. It's hitting something on ours that we haven't really hit in a while, and it's like really good for your back and chest, which brings us to the next one. I want to drop down and do a fly. So put your tummy on your chest, your chin and your put your tummy on your lap. Your chin and your chest are going to face towards me. So you want to have that back arched. Even though you're seated, you're still arching, right? That's your position in the chair. I just about missed my stool. Okay, so dropping your tummy to your chest, arch that back, and then we're gonna fly. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 to go. And there's your 10. Good job. Okay. Let's do one more before we get our legs going here. We're going to actually drop one weight down and do this one just to kind of start to push the triceps. And then we'll do some single arm triceps, but maybe we'll do that before we stand up. So hold that weight away from your body, and all you're going to do is press up on 1, pull back for 2, straight up, and then down on 4. If you want to go heavier and you don't have a heavier single weight, you can double up with these weights and press, pull with them. Just kind of, I crisscrossed them a bit and held them that way. So it's your choice, however you feel you want to work today, or you can even hold them side by side. Okay, I'm going to do single weight just so that everybody can watch and do it with me this way. Remember, keep those elbows tight together, especially when you go back. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Push. And this is at a bit of a steadier pace. For 3, 1, 2, 4, 5, 1, 2, 6. Push. Pull. Push. 8. One more for 10. Up. 2, 3, and 4. Good work. And I should have reminded, but before we move on, whenever you're doing those, make sure you're not butterflying your arms out to pull back, but you're keeping your elbows nice and tight to pull, okay? That's one of those tricky things. It's hard when you're holding on to the weight to not have your elbows flare out, but that concentration pulling them in keeps that hit in the triceps. So we're gonna go single arm tricep kickback here. So you're gonna stay in your chair, and all you have to do is kind of lean a bit forward, bring that to the side. The top of the weight starts at your shoulder, and then when you extend back, pull so that you can feel that tricep muscle kick in, okay? So holding on, leaning forward, tummy in nice and tight. We're gonna pull up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. Pull. 9, and up and back for 10. Good work. Okay, let's switch over to the other side. And then we'll do the same. So I'm seated so that I have a mirror. I don't know if I just can see, but I can see my body position. It's always really good to work with mirrors so that you make sure you're leaning and sitting the right way. Here we go. 1, back, 2, and 4, 6, 8, pull and extend, and 10. Good job. Okay, swing back to the front. Keeping that single weight in your hand. I see a few more people jumping on. Hi, everybody. Hopefully you're watching, and then next time you join in, you're actually going to train with me. So I don't mind you watching so that you can say, hey guys, I saw this awesome workout. You guys should jump in with us next time. Or come and find it again on YouTube or here on Facebook. So we're going to keep one weight in our arm. Let's put one arm on your hip, and the other arm is going to start extended out, and then we're going to swing it to the side to open up your chest. So it's out here to start. You're going to open and pull back to that start position. Now remember, for these ones, you need to be sitting nice and tall. Don't swing it open and swing it back. Nice controlled movement. Your upper body stays facing forward, and take your time on these, okay? Because it's heavy on one arm, but you want to take your time and make sure that you're not swinging too fast. Up we go. Here we go. For 1, 2. This is the beauty of live, right? 3. My real life is happening upstairs, everyone. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. 2 more. 9, 8. That's 10. And rest there. Good job. Let's go over to the other side. Sitting nice and tall. I can really feel those with the 8. So if you're going heavier than 8, good on you, because that's a good movement for 10 pounds. Here we go. 1, 2. Take your time on that motion coming forward. 3, 4, 5, 6. Just really hammering out your lats. 8, 9. And there's your 10. Good work. Awesome job. Okay. I want to do one more seated, and then we're going to get ourselves ready to stand. So get both weights in your hands. Yeah. And I want to do side lat raises while we're seated so that we can really hammer out those feet and knees together, sitting nice and tall. And then remember, try to take your thumb on the other side of your weight. So this is the trick I tell everybody all the time. Normally our thumb is on the opposite side of your fingers. Take it and put it on the same side as your fingers, and then it will help with grip strength, especially for an exercise like this, where the weight has to be held on really, really tight so you don't drop to the floor. Sitting nice and tall, turn so that those weights you're squeezing into them, and then we're gonna pull up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good work. 7, 8. 2 to go. 9. And there's 10. Good work on that. Awesome job. Okay. So I want to bring in our lower body a little bit. We're just going to start with 1 or 2, and then I'm going to give you a bit of a break to reset and get a drink, and then we're going to do some lower body combined with upper body in the standing position. So let's just get our weights at our shoulders. You're probably going to lose me on this, so I'm going to have to shift my camera a bit, because when I stand up, I'm going to go out of the screen. But for these ones, I'll move my chair back just a bit to start, and then we'll adjust in a second, okay? So from the seated position, your legs are opened up wide enough for a squat. You're just going to tap your bum when you come back down. So stand on 1, press for 2, 3, and tap. 1, 2, 3, for 2. 1, 2, 3, and 3. So it's not a really deep squat. We'll save those for later. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1. And it's probably because my stool's higher too. 6, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3, 8. 1, 2, 3, 9. One more. Stand, push, and tap, but stand up still. 4. Good. Okay. Good work. We're going to take just one weight and hold it end to end. Basically, actually, let's hold it at 1, and we're going to treat it like a kettlebell. I'm going to grab my kettlebell because it's right here beside me, but you guys who may not have a kettlebell handy, hold it like this and away from your body. And all you're going to do is, let's hold it the other way, this way, so that you can drop it. And you're just gonna bring to the ground and come back up. Now for your squat stance, I want you fairly wide. I'm working on my mat, and then for my squat, I bring my feet off my mat. So sometimes that's a good way to kind of make sure you're not too close together. If you're still on the mat, you're probably too close together. So for some of you with shorter legs, which is a beautiful thing, just step slightly off. And for me, I can go quite a bit off of that. And then you're gonna hold your weight like a kettlebell, and we're gonna do some kettlebell squats. I'm gonna reach over here and just grab my 15 and bring it down. And let's just keep it extended for this first set, okay? So just down and pull at the top. Down for 2. Up and squat for 4. Keep that nice and high. Remember, you're keeping the weight away from your body. Down for 6. Up, down, and 8. 2 more. Down. And 10. Good work. Okay, let's come back to that same position. And you can keep your weight. I'm going to show you how I want you to pull. So you're going to hold it in that similar position, like I'm going to hold my kettlebell. And this time we're going to bring it down and pull. Now let's change what we're doing with our lower body. Turn your feet out so that they're in that sumo position, and then we'll hit our adductors. We'll hit the insides, okay? So with your weight like a kettlebell, we're gonna pull it this time. I'm dropping mine to pull my kettlebell here. Nice and wide. Sumo those feet out. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Down. And pull for 2. Good work. Down. 3. 4. Nice controlled movements on these 5. 6. 7. Good job. Down. For 8. You got 2 to go. 9. And down. And that's 10. Good work. Good job. That feels good. Okay. Now we're going to take your single weight, holding it just in the center like a normal, and we're going to lunge. So we want to make sure that that knee doesn't fall before your toe. I better stand so that you can see that knee. Keep your body nice and tall. And all you're going to do is drop your weight towards the floor. Curl here, hammer, down and up, okay? Remember to keep everything nice and tall, almost like a peacock, nice and proud. And then that'll keep you from leaning too far forward. You're gonna naturally go a little bit forward, that's totally okay, but we don't wanna be bent over and dropping like that to do our lunge, okay? Nice and tall, keep it nice and wide, and then we're gonna curl at the bottom, remember? Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, for 2. That's 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 1, 2, 3, and there we go for 10. Let's go to the other side. You guys are doing great. I can feel your energy. I can tell that you're working hard here with me. At least I hope you are. Okay. I'm going to get myself out of the line of my kettlebells down there. There we go. Nice and tall. And drop and curl. 1, 2, 3, for 1. I got to straighten things up here. Sorry. I was wiping out. Here we go. Down. 2. For 2. 3. 4. 2. 5. 6. 7. And there's your 10. Good work. All right, we're coming back to lunges and squats, but for now I want to hit hamstrings a little bit and glutes. Tie into those hamstrings, so this is all part of the same family of exercises. So this one, we're going to treat our dumbbells like a bar, and then we're going to drop. I think if I do it this way, you can see better. So treat your dumbbells like a bar. We've done these before. Your feet are just shoulder width apart, so not wide. And then arch your back, drop towards your toes with your knees slightly bent. Come up and then lock it in at the top, okay? I'll do it from the front. Down, reach, and up for 1, okay? Let's do that again. Here we go. Remember, the hinge comes at the hips. So don't bend your knees too much. 2, and when you go down, your knees are at about 98%. 3, 4, 5. I can see in the mirror that I don't need to bend my knees very much to hit my hamstrings. 7. You guys are doing great. Keep going. 8, 9, and drop. And that's 10. Good work. Okay, when we're doing hamstrings, it's hard because for everybody that's hitting their hamstrings, you're in a different position. I can hit my hamstrings with no weights in my hand. I just know that I have to go to a certain spot, and there they are. For some people, they have to go lower. For some people, they cannot even go this low, and they can feel their hamstrings kick in. Everybody's different, so it's hard for me to tell you what range of motion you should have for exercises like that, but just know that you have to be able to find and feel them, that connection from back here, running all the way up to your glute. Once you can feel it kind of grabbing, that's when you're hitting your hamstring, okay? Grab a quick sip of water here, and then we're gonna grab our towel or our band. If you have a band, you can use your band. And I'm going to show you how to use the towel for dual purposes, wiping sweat and using as resistance. So if you don't have a resistance band at home, remember I said stop by the office and I will let you have one of my resistance bands because they're a great tool to have just kind of in your repertoire of stuff at home. You can go to any Sport Check or Walmart or whatever and get them. They're usually fairly cheap, but these days you could pay $50 for a resistance band, and that's crazy. So we're going to use our towel today just in case you can't get out to get one, and we're going to just use it to pull. So you're obviously not going to get any more stretch out of that material than as far as it'll pull, but you're still going to get resistance from your own muscles when you pull it as hard as you can and then release. So put your feet together, put the towel in your hands end to end and hold it out straight in front of you, and I'm going to tell you to pull and then relax, but keep your arms up. And we've done these before too. Are you ready? You can't really see me, so I'm going to go on my knees, but you guys stay standing. Here we go. Pull for 10. And you should be shaking. 3, 2, 1. Relax the pull, but don't drop your arms. So there's a little bit of slack in my towel. And go. Pull. 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, relax. Good work. All right, we're going to do it one more time. Keep your arms up. My arms are shaking. And go. Pull. Tear it apart. Keep your core strong. 3, 2, and rest all together. Good work. Awesome. Okay, so not hard to use that towel as resistance. All you're doing is trying to rip it apart. We're going to take that towel. You're still standing. I'm just on my knees so that you can see me. Extend it down and pull. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Bring it up over your head. Keep pulling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're still pulling. Bring it down. Nice and slow and steady. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Pull. Bring it up. 5, 4, 1. We're going to do that 2 more times. Bring it down. You're pulling so hard. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Up. Pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Down. Pull, pull, pull. 3, 2. Last time up overhead. Pull. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Relax. That's a good one. All right. So we don't need all the fancy equipment. We don't need to go and blow our budget. Grab yourself a towel. I'm sure you have one kicking around in your house, and you can use a bigger towel. Just hold it a little bit closer. We're going to keep that towel in our hands and use it to pull, press in a squat position, go down in a squat position, and then push overhead. So end to end, pulling nice and tight. You're going to bring it down with you on the squat, stand, and then press overhead. All the while pulling that towel as hard as you can, ripping it apart, okay? So let's get ourselves in a nice strong squat position. We're not in the sumo position anymore. Feet and toes are pointed forward. Towel is going to start at your chest. We're going to pull as hard as we can and bring it down from here. Here we go. Down, 2, 3, and 4. 2 for 2. Good work. Really pulling. 3. Down. For 4. Good work. Keep going, everybody. Down. And 5. Squat and press. 6. Down. 7. Good work. 3 to go. Down and up. 8. Down. For 9. 1 more. Squat. And press for 10. Good work. Okay. Keep that towel in your hands. You guys are doing an amazing job. I love how it's so simple to just grab something and get a good workout in. And it feels good to use something that I know everybody has, because sometimes I have equipment and it's not fair for me to say, go get this. And you can't go get it and get the same workout. So now we're going to drop that towel to the ground while pulling towards your toes like we did with the hamstring move. Pull it up, press towards your toes, and stand on 4. So I'm going to do that from the side so that you can see my body position. I'm pulling the towel the whole time. I'm going to hinge at the hips towards my toes to hit hamstrings. Pull up, extend, and then stand on 4. Now for this one, we were at the very end of the towel. I want you to come a little bit closer with your hands. So maybe the space of a hand could go in the middle, and then you move 1 more over. How's that? There. We're going to pull from there so that when you pull in and extend on that bottom position, you can do more of a row, okay? So that's your position to hinge forward, drive your elbows back, extend, and stand. All right, let's do 10 of those. Remember, we're pulling hard on that towel. Soft knees, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, for 2. 3, drop. And 4. Remember on that bend, don't lock your knees in. You don't want to hyperextend anything here. You want to make sure that you've got a soft, and then when you have that little bend, you'll feel those hamstrings. We got 3 to go, everybody. Stay with me. Down, pull, push. Down, pull, push. And the last one, down and pull and push and stand on 10. Good work. Good job. Okay. Now, when we do some of these movements, it's always good to kind of have a visual of how you're supposed to be making the movement. And if I'm not there to correct, I like to use these like word pictures. Oftentimes when I'm teaching in group classes, I'll say, you want to make it seem like you're pulling or pushing through mud. So you don't just want to flop your movement. You want to kind of like force your movement forward and force your movement back. So when we're doing something like this, you can just go through the motions, pull and push, no big deal. But you want to imagine that you're pushing through mud and you have to work really hard. You have to use all of your muscles to force it through really, really thick mud. And then don't let the pull stop the forcing, right? So you want to make sure you're pulling as hard as you can. Like there's resistance, like you got to pull it through the thick mud. And that will make your muscles engaged to use the negative as well as the positive. So you're doubling up on your workout. If you just use the positive movement, which is usually the drop part, that's a lot easier than forcing that to go down slower, right? Easy, and this is hard. We don't want to just go blah. Okay, so let's train smart. That's what I like to explain a little bit so that we train smart. So when you're doing these with me and we're using something like a towel for resistance, think about the movement like you want to utilize the positive and the negative to make it the most of your workout. Okay, so let's drop our towel for just a bit. Quick sip of water, and then we're going to pick up the weights again. And I'm using 8s. You can go lighter for these because we've added our lower body, so you will for sure get fatigued a little bit quicker because you're pushing some weight around with those big leg muscles. So we're going to grab these weights and just hold them in your hands, and let's just move our feet up and down, up and down. I had said to you this is not a big cardio class, so I'm not going to tell a lie, but we're just going to hold some extra weight and do a little bit of marching. And when we march, we bring our arms up. So up and down, alternating in that same hammer curl position. And I'm not doing high knees, I'm just lifting my feet up and down. 3, but we're gonna get 10 of these curls in while we move our feet. 4. And I'm just going to the pace of my own beat because we don't have any music going. You should have music going. I hope you have music going. It just keeps you moving. 6, good job. Up. 7. 8. I'm so happy that I see a good number up there of people that have joined in. That's 9. 1 more each side curl and curl for 10. Good work. Keep those feet moving. Don't stop. Now we're going to press, and we're going to press above our head in that same position, which is a little bit awkward. So keep your palms facing towards your face. We'll bring them both up to our shoulders and we'll alternate our press. Are you ready? Push and push. This is where it disappears, so you're not going to see my weight go overhead, but full extension, that's 2. Keep going. 3, 4. So not like our Tabata timer where we're really doing high intensity interval training. This is just enough to break a tiny sweat. Push. 8. Remember, use that negative. Come down just as slow as you go up. 9. Push. And 10. Good work, okay? Keep those weights there. We're going to punch forward. For these ones, I want you to wrap your thumb back around on the other side. I don't want anybody to drop on their toes. Standing nice and tall. We're just going to punch forward, and when we do, we'll turn our palm to the ground. So you're going to punch, pull, and punch. 1. Push. 2. 3. 4. 5. I think I'm walking towards the camel. Sorry. 6. Good job. I crack myself up sometimes. I don't know. 7. Push. I hope I make you guys smile sometimes too. If you can't laugh at yourself, then you just cry. Keep going. 2 to go. Push. 9. And push. And 10. Good work. Okay. Awesome job. All right. Let's do a few combination exercises with our arms and our legs. So we're going to start off. We're going to treat this similar to what that kettlebell move was, but we're going to use both of our weights. We'll bring them down in the center, curl, extend, and then stand up on the 4th move, okay? So feet are nice and wide. Weights are together. We're going to drop, curl, extend, and then stand on 4. All right, are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, for 2. Drop. 3, 1, 4. Good work. Down. 2, 3, 5, 1. I can really feel my adductors there. 7, 8, 9, 4. Good work. Okay, we're gonna keep marching. I see messages coming across my screen, and it's distracting me. Sorry. We are not yet in the gray in London. I think Monday we go in the gray. Someone was just asking. So not until Monday. Not until Monday. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of windmilling with our arms. Feet are gonna be together. You're gonna squat in that nice kind of tighter foot position and then do a butterfly at the top. So what you're gonna do, back it up, sorry, is squat. Oh, see, I can't because my stool's in the way. I knew there was a reason. We're gonna squat and then butterfly to the side. Looks like this. Feet are just slightly apart. Down and then up overhead. Okay? Now on that movement coming down, don't let gravity, just let those weights fall, okay? Control going up and control going down. So your palms will face towards me. Feet are just slightly apart. Chest and chin high and proud, and down, in. 1, down, for 2, down, 3, good work. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's 10. Good work. All right, we're gonna do one more. It's very similar to what we had done seated. Your weights start at your shoulders. Feet are in the same position as the last exercise. When you stand, you push overhead. So weights start in the hammer position, squat to press. Okay, that's your next move. I need to. There we go. Okay. Feet are comfortably apart. Bring those up to your shoulders and squat and push. 2, 3, 4. Good work. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and push for 10. Good work. Okay, set your weights down. Oh my goodness, I just glanced over at the time, and is it ever getting away from us? All right, I want to do a couple of things before we go without the weights. All right, so just put those marching feet on again. We're gonna step out some jacks without weights in our hands. So this movement, you just step to the side, to the center, to the other side, and back to the center. No weights in our hands. I just want to go through that motion, and I have to shift a couple of things so that I don't trip and fall. So you guys can get a quick sip of water while I do that, and we're gonna step out 10 each side. So we'll alternate and go side to side for 10. Okay. I'm going that way first. It doesn't matter because you're not going to bump into anybody, I guess. So whatever way you choose. Here we go. Arms to the side. Pull from the shoulder. Step. Center. The other way and back. Okay? Here we go. Step. Together for 2. Step. Big reach. Big extension. Step. And 4. Up. 5. You guys keep going. Step. Together. 6. Step. 7. 8. 9. And that's 10. Good work. Good job. We're going to carry on with no weights in our hands. Just in the squat position. I want you to go down nice and low for these ones. So low and slow. You're gonna have your palms facing each other. Elbows will come in between your knees, and that will keep you up nice and tall. As soon as you kind of flare your elbows out, it kind of makes your body fall forward a little bit more. So keeping your elbows in tight keeps your posture up nice and strong. So we're gonna keep our elbows in tight, palms facing each other. Bring that down nice and low and nice and tight at the top, okay? So low and slow, count them out with me for 10. Take your time and make sure on your going down and you're pushing up, keep your heels in contact with the floor and let that energy come all the way from the earth up through your body. Don't tip forward onto your toes when you're squatting, okay? Power through your heels and don't let your toes come up. It's a lot to think about, but if you have good body position, you're gonna hammer out all those muscles that you want to hit for these. So simple squat, palms facing each other, but nice and low, elbows tight. Here we go. Down and 1, good work. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job, everybody. I'm going to turn to the side so that everybody can see. You want to get nice and low, and then when we're at the top, engage those glutes. Squeeze your bum nice and tight together and kind of tilt your pelvis forward. Okay, so we're going to start 6. Here we go. Down, up, 6, 7, 8. Good work. Down, 4, 9, and squat and squeeze for 10. Good work. Awesome job. Okay, I promised you that we were going to come back to lunges, so we shall. Let's grab one single weight, end to end, and we're gonna lunge, alternating so that we can work on core balance. So holding that weight away, you're just gonna step forward, drop, stand, and come back, and then go to the other side. I'm gonna step back a bit so that I'm not right on top of you on my step forward, but keeping that weight away from your body. Don't rest it on your chest. Let's start with a big step forward with your right. So 1, 2, 3, and push back. Left, step, drop, stand, push. Right, 2, 3, back and step. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, push, step. I don't have any shoes on, which makes it easier. I want you to stop for a sec. I'm going to turn this way. Make sure that you're not tipping too far forward. Here we go. Step, 2, 3, 6, and back. Step, and step. We got 3 to go. Good work. Step. Step. Last one, everybody, and step. Drop. Up. And one more. Down. Up. And together. Good work. Good job. Okay, set that weight down. All right. Let's just do a little bit of stretching and cooling down here. and a tiny bit of chatting. I've seen a few people pop on and ask, are we not in the gray? And I had started off the video by saying London goes into gray, I think on Monday. But I've been pretty much staying close to the small town feel. I don't want to expose myself or my family any more than I have to. So yes, I'll be doing some lives from here, but I'm going to be in Dresden as much as I possibly can. And I will let everybody know about Christmas and whether or not we're going to be running classes, but the gym is definitely going to be open all through the holidays. So don't forget to come and see me at Let's Get Fit with Joe, okay? So I want your feet just comfortably apart, hands on your hips. We're going to drop our tummy to the floor and keep your chin and chest up. Push your belly button towards the floor here. My legs are straight and my hamstrings are screaming, but we want to stretch them out, so that's why they're not bent. We want to straighten your legs, drop your tummy, pull your chest and chin up. Breathing in, come up to standing with me. Now we're going to do the exact same movement, but you're going to open your arms up, and when you drop, your palms will turn towards the floor. So down. Pushing your belly button to the floor, but you're still arching your back. And breathe in, keep your arms in that position as you come up. Good work. Step together so that your feet are nice and tight. Bring your arms all the way up over your head. And then I'm going down to my knees so that you can see my upper body, but you stay standing. And all you're going to do is arch back. In the standing position, follow your fingertips to arch. And come back up to that neutral position. Good work. Put your hands to face each other. Reach through the sky, standing still. I'm just on my knees so you can see. Turn your palms away. Push the air to the ground. Good work. And I'm going to come up and stand again. And we're going to drop our fingertips to our toes. So for people that can't touch their toes, I want you to just mentally think about touching your shoulders to your toes and not your fingers. Take your hands off of your body and your mind. And now you're going to reach your shoulders towards your toes. And you'll be able to drop significantly farther. We have it in our head that we can only touch our toes with our fingers. I can almost touch my toes with my shoulders. And so can you. You just got to try. Good work. So let those shoulders fall out of the sockets towards the floor and watch how much lower your body will take you. Good work. Take a breath in, slowly rolling your spine up to standing. Good job. Good job. Shake that out. We're just going to do another couple good cleansing breath exercises. I moved my stool, but I'm going to back up. We're going to breathe in strong for 4 seconds. We're going to hold it for 7 seconds, and we're going to blow the air out of our lungs for 8 seconds to kind of clear away, and then we will be finished our toning class, okay? So kind of a relaxed position, but you can be seated if you want to. Take a big breath in for 4 seconds. Here we go. 4, 2, 1. Hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blow it out for 8, 6. Clear your lungs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Big breath in. Fill your lungs. 4. Breathe in. 2, 1. Hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Expel for 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Okay, just breathe in to shrug. Clear it away. And good job, everyone. Clap it out all by yourself, but together with the family that's watching. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. Thank you for being so supportive and positive and encouraging. Thank you for coming onto the lives. This is going to be something that we're probably going to be doing a lot more of, but that's okay because we can still get together, still get a good workout in. Push some water. It's hard as it's getting colder outside to drink because you're not so much as thirsty, but push the water, stay warm, stay healthy and safe. try to stay home and enjoy this upcoming week with Christmas and all the busyness, but stay connected to Let's Get Fit with Joe and Let's Get Fit Together here in the studio, and I'll try to keep you guys on track. Make good choices and have a wonderful weekend. Talk soon, everybody.